Hello, my name is Marissa and this is Candid Cross Stitch. This is my YouTube channel where I talk about all things cross stitch, and this is my very first Flosstube. So I started cross stitch in March of this year. I picked up, I'll show it to you in a second, I picked up one of, it's called Loops and Threads little cross stitch kits, and that was the first thing that I ever cross stitched, and I fell in love with it. I've been in my like hobby girl era. I've crocheted for a very long time. I've done diamond paintings. I create content. Like I feel like I am quite a creative person. I'm also writing my very first novel. I'm on draft 4. That's a whole other avenue that I am currently working on. But cross stitch came to be because I was looking to get off my phone. I wanted to stop doom scrolling. I needed to put my attention elsewhere. And so I actually picked up about 4 different little projects. One was cross stitch. There was a needle or punch needle little kit, a paint by number kit, and what was the last? Oh, it was embroidery kit. I started with the cross stitch and I haven't done the other ones. I was gonna do the punch needle kit, but it didn't come with the actual like punch needle. It just came with the fabric and the thread and the hoop, but there was no, I have to pick up a punch needle for that one. Basically what this video is going to be is just gonna walk you through what I have currently started. I decided to only work on one project for like the last like few months because I know me, I have like shiny object syndrome or like squirrel, where I will truly, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. Like, you know how babies have like object permanence and like they can only see what's in front of their face? If the craft is not in front of me, I will forget that it exists. So I didn't want to have too many cross stitch projects on the go at once. That does not mean I haven't purchased some patterns that I will eventually do, but I will start off with the very first project. I didn't even get myself organized for this video. I just popped up my camera and started talking. So my very first cross stitch project is this little guy here. I have not actually like 100% completed it. Isn't it so cute? There is back stitching that needs to still be done, but since this was my very first cross stitch, back stitching kind of confused me and I was like, that's just too scary, don't even do it. So when I finished my last stitch, I was like, okay, this is good enough. But now that I've been cross stitching for a bit, I know I can do back stitching and it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. Oh my goodness. Look at this. I didn't even finish. This is the back of it. This is my very first project. I didn't even take this one off. This probably hasn't even been fed through. Or a little bit, it has. I can cut that one off actually. And I think, no, this is right. And isn't the hoop actually, this little hoop is so cute. I might even just leave it on the hoop. I might just like cut this all off. And this can just be like a little display. Super cute. And I think I'll try to find a clip. I think I took a clip of my very first cross stitch. And the funny thing about this was, so like I tried to do like find the center, like fold it in half, do the center. I now start in the top left on my other projects. I did the whole first row the wrong color because I read my grid wrong. And so I did like 20 stitches across and then I had to pick them all out. It's like classic beginner. There's that TikTok audio that's like, the process of trial and error is in fact error and you have to like undo it. It's like, well, why can't I be perfect at everything the first time I try it? One of the biggest things that I also believe in is that being a beginner is so good for us in terms of like feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. I have to go look up a tutorial or I have to go watch other people or go find more information to challenge ourselves. Because if you think about how monotonous life can get where we just like do the same thing every single day and we just feel like the years are flying by, I find that it's because we don't put new things in it. Because if you think about back into university or high school, is every like 13 weeks or every 12 weeks, you're changing semesters, which means you're changing classes, you're changing groups of friends that you have access to, unless you're in the same classes, you're changing teachers. And so there's a consistent change where you're thrown into kind of a slightly different situation every so often. But once you graduate or you're done school and you just go to, or you have your 9 to 5 or you just do the same thing in and out every single day, and you're not really changing it up every 12, 13 weeks anymore, it's gonna feel really monotonous and it's gonna feel like you're not doing anything. When You can change your life at any point. You can pick up a brand new hobby and start something brand new, just like I did with this cute little coffee cup. And also the reason why I chose coffee is because I love coffee, okay? A little cappuccino here, literally me to a T, okay? Cappuccinos are delicious. I have an iced coffee every morning. I look forward to it all the time. But yeah, so very first cross stitch project that I ever did. I don't know, this is obviously Aida cloth. I don't know the count. I felt just so good when I started that. Okay. Now, the second project that I did, and this is the one that I've been working on forever because I saw a TikTok, as one does, about this woman who was doing more hobbies. And so she was like, you can just go into this, and I don't know like the I wanna say ethics maybe, or I'm new to the cross stitch world. So I don't know if putting photos into like Floss Cross is the thing to do to get your own kit or to get your own pattern. But I did do that for this project. I don't think I'll do it for any other project. I have purchased patterns now from like different people. We'll get to that in a second. So what I did, and I saw this TikTok of like, if you want to start a hobby, you can put any photo of your favorite movie scene into this. It's called flosscross.com, and it'll turn it into a cross stitch pattern. And my 14-year-old self obviously went with, I'll pop it up here, this image. I try hard through and through my whole entire like high school career. The movies lined up with my high school career, okay? So like as they came out, I was going into like grade 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm Canadian, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12 is our high school. And so naturally I had to do it, but this is where I'm at. I will show it here. So this is about, I wanna say like 3,000 stitches maybe, but funny story. So in Floss Cross, you can like toggle at the top and change the size of your project. Being brand new, me thinking that 100 stitches across, not that big. It's not that big. Cause like, I was like, well, this is like 20 across. So if you just double, like I genuinely thought it was gonna be like this big. But I'm on 16 count Aida. So I didn't understand the like fabric count at all. So I bought all the stuff. I went to get all of my floss, and then it was like how to measure out your fabric. And I had to do the calculations of 200 stitches across divided by 16, because I have 16 count Aida. And it was like 12 inches. And I was like, this is gonna be a foot? A whole foot? Correct. This is a whole foot. And as my second project ever, kind of threw me for a loop there, okay? Kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop, but we're doing it, okay? It's gonna be this way. So like, I did start on the top left, and then I was kind of going down. I didn't really know what I was doing. Then I panicked and was like, oh my gosh, what if I didn't cut my fabric wrong? So I did my 200 stitches all the way across, got to this point, and I was like, okay, let's just go down the page. So it is looking so cute. Like I actually love seeing it come to life, and that this actually looks like a background now. And it's really coming together. The other part is I don't really know what I'm doing in terms of like, I'm kind of parking some threads, I'm doing some waist threads, and I'm also threading in the background as well. We don't need to see the back of my project yet. Maybe at the end I'll show you that. But yeah, it's gonna be a little lumpy in some sections because I really didn't know what I was doing in the beginning, but that's, you live and learn, you know? You live and learn. The other part of this one that I'm gonna be doing is, because I have shiny object syndrome, like I said, I'm going to do the background. So I'll see if I can pop up the screen, the photo, but like Edward and Bella are like in this section in the middle. I'm gonna go up or over the top and then down this side and then do them at the end. Because if I do them, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, they're so cute, they're all done. And I probably will not come back to do the background, or I'll just like be super, I'll just keep putting it to the back burner, put it to the back burner. So I have to like delay the gratification of seeing them come to life in order to finish this project. It is, so like I said, 16 count Aida, it's all DMC floss. It's gonna be 26,600 stitches in total, and it's gonna be 12 inches across and then about 8 inches down, 8.5 inches down, I don't know. Well, I mean, basically, oh, there's the back. You saw the back. Well, you live and learn some, you know? You live and learn. That's okay. I did just get this like loop from like Michael's, my local craft store. Not the greatest. I don't really like it. It's really just flimsy, and it doesn't really hold the fabric the greatest. Like you have to like tighten it quite often, but that's okay. Okay, it was my very first purchase when it came to supplies. And then my next start, which I forced myself to not start anything. I worked on the Twilight one for, well, basically since April. So like April, May, June, all of June. And then on the summer solstice, because that's what I told myself I was allowed to start something new, I started this hummingbird one. This is the image of what it's gonna look like. And this is where I'm at. I have like maybe 30 stitches in. It's gonna be this way. It's 216 stitches by 250. This is 18 count Aida. It's an ivory, it's not straight white. This frame I got from my local craft store, like a little mom and pop shop that I have in town. Had no idea it existed until I started looking up thread. So excited I found it because one, I do like shopping local. I like shopping at stores that literally have been in the community for 30 years and it's just a random woman who's just selling her crafts and I get to support her. Love that. And so for this one, I am only going to be doing the outside border. That is my goal. That's what I'm focusing on. So whenever I pull this out, I just have to get one type of thread and that's it. Because if I start like building out the center, I'm gonna get overwhelmed with how much I have to do with each project. And I do want to complete things. Like, I thoroughly enjoy the stitching, but I know for a fact that if I just keep starting things, I'm gonna get so bogged down by the unfinished projects and they will just start collecting dust. So those are the 3 projects. So the one that I finished, I should backstitch that little coffee cup one. And the other 2 are my current whips that I'm just solely focusing on those 2. And that's basically it. I can actually talk about what I have on my other patterns that I've purchased. This one I'm calling, it's gonna be called the Hummingbird because it has adorable hummingbirds, and I'm gonna give this one to my grandma. She loves hummingbirds. She has hummingbirds in her garden like all the time. She has her little feeders and her plants, like love it so much. Then I have Teacups. I thought this one was so cute when I saw it. And basically because of the Twilight one that I started, that one's all like blacks, browns, greens, which obviously Pacific Northwest, obviously those are the colors. I basically, when I was looking for patterns, I'm like, polar opposite. Let's go color, let's go bright. So that's why these ones are all quite bright. And I don't know, I'm really excited to start these. And then the other one I picked up was Moon Fairy, like I just said. And the last one that I picked up was this flower shop. This one is so cute as well. I can't wait to see this one come to life. Naturally, these are all really big. You would think that I would want to do smaller projects, but no. These are all, I don't know the stitch counts on each of them off by heart, but I will eventually start these 2. And then I did see a fellow Flosstuber. Ooh, what's her name? I'm pretty sure it's Becca. Yeah, so it's Becca is stitching. So she just did her Flosstube. I think it was the one in June, and she's working on this one. It is the Succubus. This is by Christopher Lavelle, and it's on unconventional cross stitch. I bought this, and I bought 25 count fabric that's still coming, and I'm just so excited. Like, I wanted a big project that's gonna span years. Like, this is like 300,000 stitches, is gonna take me forever. But there is just something that like called to me when I saw this one, and it just like feels so good. I'm just so excited to see this come to life. I bought all the threads already, and I'm very excited for this one. Like, truly, I cannot wait. So that is everything that I have for you in this video. If you enjoyed it or you want to follow along on my stitching journey, please subscribe if you like this video, but I will see you in the next one. Bye.